Hello everyone, welcome back to Excel video for all. In this video, we are going to solve a very important problem from module 5 which is based on ANOVA. So the question is, a manufacturing company has purchased 3 new machines of different brands and wishes to determine whether one of them is faster than other in producing a certain output. 5 are production figures are obtained at random from each other machine and the results are given below. So these are the observations and A, B, C, 3 machines are there. So let us concise this question. First we had given. So this is machine. This is our observation. This is our total and this is our mean. So machines are A, B and C. And what is the observation for A, which is 25, 30, 36, 38 and 31. So 25, 30, 36, 38 and 31. Like that for B, 31, 39, 38, 42 and 35. 31, 39, 38, 42, 35. Like that for C, 24, 30, 28, 25 and 28. So 24, 30, 28, 25 and 28. So what is the total of this observation of machine A, which is equals to TA equals to, when you add it become 160. For TB, when you add it become 185, and like that for TC equals to 135. And what is the mean? Mean is nothing but divide the total by the number of observation, means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 160 divided by 5, it becomes 32. So we can represent as XA bar, which is equals to 32, means when you divide total by number of observation. Like that for B, when you divide total by number of observation, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it become mean of B, which is equals to 37. Like that for C, which is equals to 27. So now what are the number of observation per machine? Number of observation per machine, which is equals to 5, means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 3 machines. Number of observation is equals to 5. And total number of observation, total number of observation, which can be represented as capital N, which is equals to 15, means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So total number of observation, which is nothing but capital N, which is equals to 15. So now let's solve it step by step. So what is our first step? Where we are calculating grand total and grand mean. So our step 1, where we are finding grand total and grand mean. So what is the formula to find the grand total, which is equals to 160 plus 185 plus 135, which is equals to 480. This is our grand total, which is equals to 480. It means 160, 185 and 135. When you add it, you can easily get our grand total. And what is our mean, which can be represented as XR, which is equals to our grand total divided by total number of observation, which is nothing but capital N. So our grand total value is 480, or capital N value is 15. It becomes 32. So our grand mean, which is equals to 32. So now move to our second step, which is, so our second step is where we finding our correction factor, which is nothing but CF. So step 2, correction factor, which can be represented as CF. So what is the formula to find the CF? CF equals to grand total square by capital N, which is nothing but total number of observation. So when you square it, it becomes 480 square divided by capital N, which is equals to 15. When you solve it, it becomes 15360. So our correction factor equals to 15360. So here we are completing our second step. Now move to our third step, which is total sum of square. So our step 3, where we are finding total sum of square. Total sum of square, which can be represented as SST. So what is the formula to find the SST, which is nothing but SST equals to summation of x square minus CF. CF is our correction factor. So first we know how we calculate our summation of x square. So summation of x square is nothing but 25 square plus 31 square plus 24 square plus 30 square plus 39 square plus 30 square, like that up to 20 square. So our summation of x square, while calculating it become 15810. So now put the value in this formula, and correction factor equals to, already we know, which is equals to 15360. This is, so SST equals to 15810 minus 15360. So our total sum of square, which it becomes equals to 450. This is nothing but our total sum of square. Now move to our fourth step, where we are finding sum of square between the machine. So our step 4 is sum of square between machine, which can be represented as SSB, means sum of square between the machine. So SSB equals to 160 whole square divided by number of observation for particular machine, which is 5 plus 185 square by 5 plus 135 square by 5 minus CF, our correction factor. So when you solve it, it become 5120. When you calculate this one, plus like that for this, it become 6845 plus this become 3645 minus correction factor, which already know, which is 15360. So when you solve it, it become 250. This is our SSB. So why I am dividing 1 by 5? Because for each machine 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 observations are there. That's why I am dividing 5. And this is nothing but for machine A 160 whole square, for machine B our total whole square, and for machine C our total whole square divided by number of observation for each machine. So that's why I am dividing and squaring this one to find the sum of square between the machine. So now move to our fifth step. So our step 5, where we are calculating sum of square within the machine. Sum of square within machine, which can be represented as SSE, means sum of square within machine. So what is the formula to find it? SSE equals to SST minus SSB. SST is nothing but total sum of square minus SSB is nothing but sum of square between the machine. So what is the value of SST? We already calculated it. So our SST value is 450 and our SSB value is 250. So our SST value, which means total sum of square, and SSB is sum of square between the machine. So 450 minus 250, it become 200. So our SS equals to 200, which is nothing but sum of square within the machine. Now move to our sixth step, where we are finding degree of freedom. So step 6, degree of freedom. So this is nothing but the sources which is given in the question, and this is nothing but the degree of freedom for particular sources. So first one is between machine. Between machine, degree of freedom is nothing but k minus 1. So what is the value of k? which is 3, because A, B, 3 machines are there, minus 1 which is equals to 2, and within machine which is nothing but n minus k. N is nothing but total number of observation which is given in this question, and k value is 3. So 15 minus 3 equals to 12. And now another one is total. Total is nothing but n minus k, n minus 1 which is equals to, n is nothing but total number of observation and minus 1. So 15 minus 1 which is equals to 14. So these are the degree of freedom for particular sources. Now move to our seventh step where we are finding mean square. So step 7 is mean square. First we are finding mean square between the machine, and another we are finding mean square within the machine. So MSB equals to SSB divided by degree of freedom. So this is nothing but mean square between the machine, which is equals to sum of square between the machine divided by degree of freedom between the machine, which is equals to 2. So what is the sum of square between the machine? So our SSB value equals to 250. This is nothing but sum of square between the machine. 250 divided by degree of freedom between the machine is equals to 2. So divided by 2, then solve it, it becomes 125. So our mean square between the machine which is equals to 125. Now move to our second part, which is MSE equals to SSE divided by degree of freedom. This is nothing but mean square within the machine divided by, which is equals to sum of square within the machine divided by degree of freedom. So degree of freedom within the machine which is equals to 12, and sum of square within the machine which is equals to 200. So 200 divided by degree of freedom which is 12. So when you solve it, it becomes 16.67. So mean square within the machine which is equals to 16.67. So now move to our eighth step where we are finding F statics. So in step 8 we are finding F statics. So what is the formula to find the F statics, which is nothing but MSB divided by MSE, mean square between the machine divided by mean square within the machine. So what is the value of this, which is equals to 125. 125 divided by mean square within the machine, which is equals to 16.67. Sorry, when you calculate it become 7.50. So our F static value is 7.50. Now move to our last part, which is step 9, where we are calculating our decision rule at 5% level of significance. So our last step is where step 9 is decision at 5% level. So what is our given table value? F2, 12 equals to 3.89. And what is our calculated value? F calculated value, which is equals to 7.50. So we can clearly see that our F calculated value is greater than F given value at 2, 12, which is 7.50 is greater than 3.89. So here we reject our null hypothesis, which is nothing but H naught, and here we are accepting our alternate hypothesis, which is H1. So we can say that at 5% level of significance there is a significant difference in the mean production speed of 3 machines. Hence at least one machine is faster than the other. It means one machine is faster than the others. That's why we are choosing our alternate hypothesis. If one machine is equal to the speed of other machine, then we are accepting our null hypothesis, which is nothing but H naught. So we can write it in conclusion. At 5% level of significance, there is a significant difference in the mean production Why there is a significant difference in the mean production? Because the speed of one machine is not equal to the speed of other machine. That's why the significant difference of mean production is occur there. Speed of the three machine, hence we can say that at least one machine is faster than the other. Than the other. So here alternate hypothesis is accepted, which is nothing but H1. So like that you have to solve the examination step by step to get the full marks. Thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe Express Video for all.